name is Stacey of Vliet, and I am the opening act. You'll know in a moment why that's funny. I stand here today to talk about myself, which is new for me. Normally, when I'm in front of this many people, I'm portraying a character. I'm showing the audience a fictional character. But today, I stand here, and I'm about to talk about me. I'm not a fictional character. I'm a real person, and this is definitely a challenge for me. I aspire to be an actress. Opening act. When I was 8 years old, I moved from Holland to Dubai. I was always a very confident child. I loved making jokes, making people laugh, and making friends was always easy for me. I was never shy. Until I moved to a country where I didn't speak the language, and I couldn't stand up for myself. Bullies seek out the weak. They prey on them. I was the new girl. I didn't have any friends, I stuck to myself, and I couldn't even speak English. I was an easy target. So for the first year that I lived in Dubai, I was bullied. I remember running after my mom when she tried to drop me off at school, begging her to take me home. And I can only imagine what that must have been like for my mom. She was the grown-up. She had to be strong. But when you have your 8-year-old daughter running after you, crying and begging for you to take her home, I'm sure it's really hard to stay strong. I struggled with learning English. I didn't understand anything that was going on in class. I couldn't make any friends, and I felt like I was totally alone. I was stripped of my confidence, and I was miserable, until the moment I decided it was time to make some friends. I did this by simply following a group of girls in my class around during break time. And it might have been a little bit creepy at first, but it worked. And that is when I was really thrown into the deep end. Trying to talk to my new friends was extremely difficult, but it seemed to get easier and easier. I was being exposed to English more and more, and that's when I really picked it up. So once I've learned the language and I'd made some friends, that's when I started to rebuild my confidence. And that is when I got my first line in school play. I was a fisherman. I wore full black, had my hair down, had a big lamp on my forehead, and I was one of the 30 kids on stage. But I had to walk up to the front of the stage and say my one line. And I was extremely nervous, but extremely excited. And ever since that moment, I've been grabbing every chance I get to get on a stage or to get on a movie set and act. I do acting because I love the way it makes me feel. I have some acting experience. I audition for anything that pops up. I auditioned for Cats, the musical. But because of my lack of dancing skills and my clumsy legs, I sadly did not make the cut. But I wasn't sad though. I had gained something. I had gained knowledge. I now knew what it was like to audition for something. And I knew that I definitely could not dance. I also do acting exams outside of school, which includes a yearly performance, and I've recently been an extra in a movie. And even though all I had to do was stand there with my little flag and go, woo, it was a big step for me. I consider myself a method actor, meaning you take into consideration everything your character is feeling, and you actually feel it, so that you can give the most believable and realistic performance of the character. And a theater practitioner called Stacey once said, remember, there's no such thing as a small part, only a small actor. And I truly believe that. So my wooing and my waving of the flag was a big step for me. I aspire to be an actress. I do not aspire to be rich or famous. I think those are two extremely different things that for some people do go hand in hand. But ever since my first line in that school play, I have known what I wanted to be. I wanted to know what it was like to be someone else, to put myself in someone else's shoes, to create a whole new person using just my imagination, to leave reality and explore life beyond my own life experience. And with acting, you can do that. You can become a whole new person. And as much as I love being myself, when I walk on a stage, I feel safe. I feel comfortable. Because I'm hiding behind a character. And as much as I aspire to be an actress, I aspire to be comfortable in my own skin too. to not want to forget my problems when I walk onto a stage, to not want to forget about Stacey when I walk onto a stage, because I want to learn to feel comfortable with who I am and who I want to be, and use that to make my performance even better. Through TEDx, I have learned a lot already. In the beginning of my speech, I constantly repeat that I aspire to be an actress. I'm going to change that now. I'm already an actress, but I aspire to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. I'm inspired by many things. My friends and my family who come to watch my shows and who support me and push me to achieve my goals. I'm also inspired by actors and actresses who have made it based on their talent and not based on money or connections. But mostly, I'm inspired by people who tell me I will not make it. I'm a very logical person, and I know that the chances of me becoming a world-famous actress is 1 in a million, but I want to be that one. At least I want to try, so that if I do fail, I know that I've given it 100%. You see, when I tell people that I want to be an actress, I get the same reaction every time. I get the fake smile, I get the eyebrow lift, and I get the nodding. And they all say, "Ah, that's nice. Good luck with that." And then they move their gaze from me to my parents, and they just go, "Do you feel awkward yet?" Yes. All right, as if they're saying, "Why on earth would you let your child study acting?" But I have been lucky enough to have parents who've always pushed me to do what I love. Except when I wanted to be a mermaid. Because, well, that's just a little bit difficult. But the point is, in my little 16 years of life, I've already learned that people are always going to judge you, question your abilities, and try to bring you down. Whether they are 9-year-old bullies, teenagers, or grown-ups, there will always be people who try to bring you down. All you can do then is remember what they said, hold on to it, and use that to motivate you so that one day you can prove them all wrong.